Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm just going to be making some pockets with some leftovers. So when I did the envelopes, I have a number of pieces that are left over that are quite large. But I did adjust my design so that I don't have as much wastage now when I'm doing that particular style. So with the pieces that are large, all I'm doing is I've just scored 1/4 inch from each edge, and now I've mitered those corners just to create that pocket shape. So that'll turn over, and I'll be putting a piece of paper on the back so that it, is an actual pocket that I can stick down. So I suppose I could miter it before I cut it. Might be easier. Probably is easier actually. Just get that mitered and then fold over. So, oh, forgot one of the sides. It's a bit silly, wasn't it? Yeah, actually I should miter them all before I fold them so that I am getting a bit more of that production line going. It's also easier to see the folds when it's not folded, which is a bit sort of counterintuitive, but it's the way it is, at least for me. Let's get this. I think that's all I've done. Yeah. Now I can fold them up. The other thing I want to do is make sure I put a notch in them. I do like to have a notch. Just score these and burnish that down. It will help it stay in place a lot better than what it is now. And oh, I've got one more. I forgot one. Here's another one. Just chop. Now I've got some smaller pieces as well. Just some thinner strips, which I think I'm going to use to put over the top to create a pocket on the front as well. So that's just going to go there. And because I haven't scored these, I'll need to do that. So I'm just using my score tool to make a mark on the back and front, and that's enough that it will score and fold. So that's going to be folded around like that. And then I also need to put a score on the bottom. And this piece will go around here like this. It'll actually fit in there. Like that. Haven't quite mitered that corner properly. You know when you go to fold it that you haven't done it properly because it causes a problem. There you go. That's better. Like that. So I need to put the cuts in these so that I've got a notch in the top and a notch in the bottom, I think. And then I'll have two pockets there. Let's grab my punch. And let's see if I can measure. Not sure how wide these are. So they're 4.5, so that will be 2 1/4. Which is here. Now having measured that one, I'm just going to line this up. I wonder if I can put it inside and punch two together. I might be able to. Let's try it. Might be a bit thick. Oh no, it's fine. And that way, when these are on top of one another, the notches will be lined up in the same spot. I also need to make sure I put a back on these. So I will cut this down to be the same width. Otherwise, when you're putting things in and out of your pocket, it might interfere with it. Okay, so I just need to move on to put the backs on now. I'm going to put that to one side. And I think I'm going to go and fold all these, I don't think I've got enough of these anyway. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, I'm missing one, so I need to find another piece of leftover paper. So what I've done now is I have cut or had these already, and I did cut one more, and I've just scored one side and the bottom because I'm not sure how wide I need the other side. I'm just going to mitre these first, just where I've made that score line. So I've scored it 1/2 inch along one side, the left hand side, and then 1/2 inch along the bottom, so that I can have something to start with before I fold them over. Oh, just need to score that. I think that's all. I think we've got them. Paper everywhere. So now, this is the one I did before. I'll do this one first to make sure that it works. So I've got both pieces tucked in like that. I've got my 2 pockets, and I've cut some backs just out of some scraps that I had hanging around. So these weren't full sheets of paper, they're just scraps, and I thought I'll cut them because I got enough out of the odd shapes that I had to make the back of these. Now I just need to put this on here like that. So there's my 2 pockets all ready to stick into the book, and I've got one here and one here, and I might then make something to go in them or decorate them up a bit. Maybe I'll make something to go in them, but that's one of them. Now I just have to find another one. So this is a folded one here, put it around the right way. So I've got that side, and then the bottom. Just burnish this, because when that one goes up there, I probably don't need that other one, do I? No. Oh, yes I do, I need it on the top. Okay. So this is why I didn't score both sides, because I knew that these were bigger. So just by scoring one side and the bottom, I've got that nesting in there now, and now all I have to do is just put a score line down here and cut it. And then that will nest in there perfectly. I will trim that down because it will interfere, I think, if I don't, when you're putting things in and out of the pocket. And then I need a piece to go on top. So this is a piece here. I didn't do my notching. I need to notch first, don't I? Okay, so we've got a notch at, what did I say? 2 1/4. 2 1/4. I'm just going to mark this one while I'm here, so I notch it in the same place. Get the others and mark them up too. Save me doing it again. No, that's not one here. Now I'm not notching making a mark on the bottom ones because I'm going to do what I did last time, which is put it up here. Tuck it around on the inside so I can see the notch I've made. That might be more useful. And then I can notch them together. That's a set. I'm going to keep them in their sets though. So where is this one here? Really just need that left hand side tucked in there rather than the whole lot. And this one, because you have to decide which one you want on the outside before you do this. It's probably a bit busy for that. I'll make it on here instead. this one. Is there another one? No, I did the other one. Oh no, there is one here. Where's the other one here? That's a bit same, isn't it? I'd have to... okay, it's a bit the same. I wonder if I can swap this one out. I probably can if I do this. Yep, I'm just going to match this notch up. And then with this one, I'll use the little piece to notch the big piece. Should have looked at that before I paired them up. There you go. Yep, that will look better there. Okay, now again I have to turn the bottoms of them up, put them there, and then score down this side. So I can turn that over, burnish it, and then trim the mitre out of here. Okay, I'll put them to one side and do all this at the same time. I think this is quite a good way to use up those papers which perhaps are not big enough to do some things with, but a really good size for this, because otherwise you end up with all these little bits of paper everywhere. At least that's what I've found. Now I need to get what I'm calling the back of them, which is this piece here. Now this piece goes down onto the book, so you probably, you know, that's probably not going to be seen once you've stuck it in, but it's not the end of the world. If you wanted to, for a bit more colour, I can turn that around to make it a little bit more colourful. Have the little bird popping through there. I could even turn it up this way. I think I'll leave it with the... might go to the blue actually. Is that upside down? That is upside down. I might choose a different piece then. I need a bit of colour. Here. That's better. Right. So all of this is going to lay down on there. I wonder if you've been making pockets along with me. How's your bulk makes going? I think I'm doing better than I ever have, so I'm pleased about that. Just get that glue on there so it's nice and firm so it doesn't come off. Okay, that's two. Getting through them. And this one, which, let's see how this is going to go. I'll put it up this way because there's a bit of brown coming through on that one. That's fine. I'm nearly done, which is great. So it doesn't matter what size pocket you're making. If you've got leftovers, I chose this size because this is what I had left over from making the cards, the envelopes, but you don't have to make this size. You can make whatever size you like. Just have a look in your box of goodies that you've got left over and see what works. I think that's probably the best way. Otherwise you just end up with so much. I keep thinking I'm trying to downsize and then I go and buy more stuff, but I guess I'm using stuff up. That's the beauty. I'm not going to beat myself up too much about it. I really love my crafting, and so, you know, it's my vice. I know that. And that is a little bit too tall, but I'll trim it down. I just want to make sure this is well burnished so that glue really sticks. And I'll trim this little bit off here. and then I'll trim the top off. Made that a fraction too big, but not the end of the world. Still got a nice little pocket there. I think that's fine. It's only a little teeny tiny bit there. I'm going to put that down on the page anyway. So that's 6 that I've done. So now I want to find something to go in them. So I have to go back to my box of scraps and see if I can find some tags to go in them, or something that I can turn into a tag to go in them. I got some cardstock and just cut it up. I needed to use another little piece that I had left over anyway in the same cardstock. So that's made little tags for all of them. So 12 journaling spots or tags. I mean, you could cut them into tag shapes. I haven't bothered, but you could do that. So you've got 6 pockets now, which is, I think, pretty good. And I can do more to them, but I think that's probably all I will do at the moment. And if I use them in a journal, then I can do more to them. I've made the top ones a long tag. No, it doesn't fit sideways, and I didn't want it to because I wanted to pop up. This one I've made smaller so that you can still see it, but it's not sticking up over the notch of this one. So you could even cut that down a bit if you wanted to. You know, I just managed to cut them out of the one piece of card, and I think that, you know, that's fine. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching that. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I will catch you next time. This is Deborah. Cheers.